Alright guys, Brett Strong here again, working on page 2 of the second issue of New Breeds. It's about almost 3 in the morning here. Just kind of finished this up, thought I'd click record and get a new video out to you since we haven't had a whole lot of content lately because we've been busy getting ready, getting issue 1 ready and getting it ready for Comic-Con up in Chicago here next month. So if you're in town, come check us out. We're gonna have a table down in Artist Alley. Gonna be selling issue 1. So yeah, here's the just working on the first panel of page 2 of issue 2. And this book I'm doing digitally. I do it all on in Photoshop and Manga Studio with my Wacom 12-inch tablet. Normally I don't do pencils digitally because I feel as though I can get a lot more nuance with a pencil on paper rather than I can the computer. But if I'm inking myself, it doesn't really seem to matter because I'm not trying to convey a fully penciled page. Although you'll see these do end up pretty tight anyway. But there's just some things I know I'm gonna do when I get to inking because Nick, who also does the colors, was inking the last page or the last issue, and it was decided that I'm gonna do the inks and pencils. So again, these will still probably be pretty tight because I ink faster that way if I get the pencils done properly. So yeah, I'd rather pencil in Photoshop because I can make the eraser tool work a lot better than I can in Manga Studio. Manga Studio, I'm working on the Manga Studio 4 debut, so it doesn't really have an eraser tool that I can work with pen pressure, so that I can't just lightly erase. It's either there or it's not. So I prefer to do it in Photoshop because I can set my eraser that way. So right now I'm working here on Megawatts, just getting his costume built in here. Got that logo on his chest. You'll see me flip the page around here and there so I make sure everything looks right. If you flip it upside down, turn it around, look at it backwards, you can get a better idea of what's not working. And so I'll do that quite a bit. Working on his pants here. He's got those knee pads on. His left leg didn't look quite right, so you'll see I will change it later because it just, yeah, you'll see here it just doesn't work at this angle for some reason. Wasn't feeling it. So there, I get rid of it. Get his collar in there. Again, kind of as I was saying, we are going to be in the Chicago for the World Wizard Con, so come check us out. Check out issue 1. There'll be um, line art for issue 2 done that I'll be showing there. Again, we've just been real busy getting ready for that, so I apologize for the lack of content. Here I thought his head looked too big, so I tried to adjust his hair so it didn't look so much like a helmet. Didn't work, so I just, like you saw there, just erased it. Move on. Again, when I run into something I can't really figure out or I'm getting frustrated with right away, I just move on to something else that I know in the page that I can get done easier, rebuild my confidence, I guess. Then I go back to it once I kind of process what I'm doing. I do that with this hand here too. I'm just not liking it. So go back, do the hair. So you'll see me just kind of off. This is kind of the fun part of digital is you can just work off screen here and or off where you're actually doing. What I like about it is it allows me to focus on the certain thing I'm having a problem with. In this scenario, it's the hand, which is instead of trying to draw it in the spot it needs to be, I can just go off onto the page somewhere else and really just focus on the hand. And I'm not worried about, I kind of have in my mind where it needs to be, so I don't, but I'm not worried about it necessarily being at that spot at that time. So you can just draw it, focus on that little piece, move it where you need to, resize, reshape, transform, rotate, whatever you need to do, and just move on from there. Just kind of fix up the arm there. So the background's going to look a little crazy. I don't really want to give away too much of what's happening, but he's stepping off of a giant paint can onto this platform that's formed out of what I'm not, you know, not really sure. It's paint of some sort, but it's just running off there. It's kind of a cool little sequence that's going to be in the first few pages of the second issue. I think it's pages 1 through, I think it's the first two actually, maybe a little bit into page 3, where it's got this kind of weird little trippy sequence of what's going on. So, so yeah, if you guys have any questions that you'd like to know, kind of, I mean, this thing's flying along pretty quick. The whole panel took me, I mean, after, just the final pencils that you're seeing, not the layouts, but the whole panel took me about an hour. So it's flying by pretty quick. If you have any questions of what's going on that you see something I do that you're not quite sure of what's going on, let me know in the comments. Again, if there's any other characters you'd like to see me tackle, or Nick, or someone, if you just want to see us draw some characters, let us know. We'll get to them as soon as we can. I might do an inking video for this panel as soon as I get the rest of the page done, which will hopefully be by the end or middle of next week. But I just working on getting the clouds and the backgrounds in there. Again, go like us on Facebook. Again, stop in at Chicago, say hi. And until then, we'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.